If you got a job, you gotta watch who you being friends with at work. I get it. Some of your coworkers might be cool, but if it ever come down to your job or their job, they're gonna choose them over you every time, G. You at a place where y'all getting paid, and they not trying to mess that up. So if they gotta throw you under the bus to say they self, that's what they gonna do. So it's good to be cool with everybody, but your main priority is to get your money. Take your ass home, straight up.
Never trust your co-workers. You know, when people turn around and go, I love my co-worker. No, you don't. No, you don't. Give it a rest. You don't. Oh, but we're like a family. Drop it. You're not a family, because they will throw you under the bus because you are in a financial-driven, hyper-competitive, situational relationship.
Yeah.
That they will turn on you in a heartbeat. Oh, no, but we go out for drinkies with the girly poos. Yeah, whatever, you know, you do you. So when you realise that, I think you just get a better perspective of life, and you're kind of like, okay, I'll start making better decisions. Because that's what it is, choices. Life is a sequence of choices. You make good ones, you make bad ones. That's it.
Never ever, and I repeat, never share any personal details about you to any coworker. You do not know what their motives are at the end of the day for them asking this information from you. These people are not your friends. It's like a forced environment with people, right? They're not friends that you're actively choosing. Yeah, you happen to be in the same environment, but you just don't know where these people's heads are at when you are sharing information about yourself, or if they're asking information. You just kind of want to be a little wary, a little careful about what you give away. You just don't know if these types of people are looking for something to use against you in the future. If they're using that as like some way, like, oh, you know, maybe that's why she's messing up at work, because she's going through this at work, right? And therefore they'll tell management. You just don't know what they have against you. Be very vague when you share anything. There's people that are looking for your downfall in a coworker situation. And I'm not saying for everything, okay? But just to keep yourself just safe from any possible bad situation, keep everything on lock. Like, do not tell anybody anything about you. Do your job, get in, get out. That's it. Want to be friends with your coworkers? I get that, but just keep it very superficial. You don't need to let them know anything right away. Just because you don't know what people's motivations are and their intentions are, and you just don't know if they have evil eye for you, they want you out of the company and they're pretending to be your friend. Don't trust people so easily in a coworker situation. You just don't know who they are at the end of the day. Make sure that you're tracking and documenting everything that you're doing, because some of these people will say that you didn't do something, report that to management, and who knows, maybe they've been there for a long time and they take their word over yours. So always document everything. Don't share anything with a coworker. You will just protect yourself at the end of the day, and that's all you need to worry about.
Your coworkers are not your friends. I have learned this lesson many times in my days. I don't care how cool they seem at the beginning. I don't care how inviting they are. I don't care how much of the business, their business, that they choose to tell you. You don't do the same thing. The baby was crying, so she will be a part of this video now. The easiest way to get caught up in some bullshit at work is to become close and personal friends with your coworker. I'm gonna step it up a notch too and say this: becoming friends with your manager. Now, I will say this: every blue moon you will get lucky. I have been blessed with 2 women in my life that are still my friends to this day that were my managers. That is Dee and that is Stephanie. I love the both of you guys so much. Outside of them, horrible experiences with friendships at work and managers at work. You get to being way too close to your coworker or your manager, and it is almost guaranteed that you're gonna end up quitting, you're gonna end up getting fired, or they might end up getting fired. Because I never told you guys this story, and I'm not gonna go in too deep, but I will say it started off like, oh my God, she's gonna be like the mom of this job. She is amazing, she's great. She's calling me at her office, we are talking, and then things went left real quick. Biggest mistake I made with that manager is that I did not put boundaries up at the beginning. I let it all flow. I let her say and do whatever. I thought it was cool. I thought I could say this, I thought she could say that. I just let everything go. She called me after work hours. I didn't put a hold to it. I didn't stop that. But when I finally got tired and irritated with certain things, everything hit the fan, and it was bad. It was bad. Let's just say workplace retaliation is a real thing. Do not get it twisted. So the next time you start a job, I want you to be mindful of the boundaries that you have before you start getting real close with your coworker or your manager. Because I'm telling you, it can end so bad for you, especially female to female. Don't do it.
Especially female to female. Like, I was this person that was very friendly, very open, very free. When I started working, I was working 8 hours. Like, I was really free with my co-workers, my work buddies. They were girls. I don't want to call the name of the country they are from, but we're all female. I was really free with them. I was the only black, the only brown skin color in our group. I was really free with them. I told them almost everything about me. It was when they started fighting themselves. I don't know what happened. They all had issues. I was even trying to, settle them. It was then I realized that they were all gossiping about me. It was one of them that called me at the side to tell me everything they were saying about me, how they are laughing me out, like how they are saying stuff about me, about my skin, about my hair. Like it was so hurtful. I feel so betrayed because I really do love them. That was when I got to realize that we were all there for the morning, for the money, for the work to get our hours in and go home. We are not really there for friendship. So ever since then, I have learned to mind my business. I've learned to go to my working place and work and go home. I don't even smile at my co-workers. I mind my business because back then I was really hot. I was because I'm somebody that is very emotional. I was really hot about the situation. So that is my own story. Do not be friends with your co-workers. It's going to end in something really devastating and bad. Just go there, work and go home. We are all there for the money. Nobody is your brother, nobody is your sister there. Don't be friends with them. They are full of jealousy, they are full of hate, they are full of deceit, especially when you are doing good in your own department, they'll be jealous of you. So just stay clear away from them. Hello, hello is okay. Go to your work, go to your daily routine, and mind your business.
Never get too comfortable with your coworkers. I wouldn't go as far as saying never trust them, but if you're ambitious, especially if you're ambitious and you've got things going on outside of your work that could potentially replace your job, keep your mouth shut. The moment you open your mouth, you are going to ruin the relationships with your coworkers. That's probably going to force you out of the job. I learned this lesson when I was 19 years old working in retail. I had a friend, let's call him John for the sake of conversation. When you're working in retail, you have all types of people around you. Young, old, ambitious, not ambitious, people that have given up on themselves. You have to be very careful about what you tell these people. But I had a friend at that time, call him John. Me and John used to talk about anything and everything. Football, sports, games, women, anything. We were good friends to the point where we used to have conversations on WhatsApp. 9 months in, everything was going well. He would cover for me when I would call in sick. If I came late, he would make an excuse for me. He literally had my back. Then I had a conversation with him. Relationship never was the same after that. I told him about what I was doing to make money. At that time, I was in copywriting and I just landed a role that was paying me more than I was earning at that retail job. He's 28, 29 years old, been working in retail for the last 10 years at the same company. I thought he would have been happy. Yo, you're young, you just landed this role, it's about 33K a year, happy. He stayed quiet. I didn't perceive it because I wasn't socially aware. From that point onwards, anytime I would come late, he would try to get me in trouble. If I wasn't doing what I was meant to be doing, he would micromanage me, and he was like an assistant manager. And then I realized after a while, why is he being like this? Until it dawned on me that I opened my mouth and I told him about my ambition. Then word went round in the store that I had another job and I was planning to leave. And from that point onwards, moral of the story, don't open your mouth to your coworkers because you don't know their situation and you don't know their intention. You think they are your friends because you have mutual interests based on superficial things. You don't know people's intentions. I wouldn't go as far as saying don't trust any coworker, but really and truly keep your ambitions to your chest.
Never trust your coworkers. Not everybody at work is your friends. And the sooner you accept that, the less drama you'll deal with. I'm not saying to be fucking rude. I'm saying just be fucking careful. Because some people will smile in your fucking face, laugh with you at lunch, and repeat everything you said the minute you leave the fucking room. Work is full of people who are bored, people who compete, people who gossip because it makes them feel important. You don't have to tell everyone your business, your relationship, your finances, when your next interview is going to be, your problems at home. Keep some things for the people who actually earned your trust. Being friendly is smart, but being an open book with everybody at work, that's not. The people who truly support you won't need constant updates on your life. And remember, not everyone that's asking questions is asking because they care. Most times, they're just collecting information, period. So protect your peace, do your job, watch your back, be kind, but don't confuse proximity with loyalty. Just because you work together, it doesn't mean that they're on your team. Period.
You are at that job to collect the check and to build potential relationships for your career moving forward. You are not there to make friends. You might find you a good homegirl that you could sit and have lunch with. You might find you somebody cool. They might be cool enough to hit the bars up with. You know, nobody at the job is cool enough to know your personal business, things having to do with your marriage, things that you're going through with your children. They should not know you like that. They should not know where you stay. Only person that needs to know where you live is HR. They should not be up in your home. They should never see you intoxicated. Hello. Company Christmas party, baby, that's a spy job. They're on an operation because they know when the liquor get to flowing, the lips get to going. Okay. And they listening. They listening for points and keys and things that they can use later. And if they're ever under the impression that you don't need the job, be prepared to lose the job. 100%. Jobs thrive on corporate. Yeah. Unfortunately, if you're not willing to yourself out for the job, you don't have a long life there. They want people that are financially desperate. They want people that are literally work is life. And if that's not you, don't prepare for it to have any sort of longevity. No. It's never shocking to me that when it comes time for somebody to be on the chopping block, if it's between you and another person, they're going to choose the one that's more desperate for the job. If they know that you're not desperate for the job, they're going to make sure the other person stays and you go. 100%. If they're the type of company that they want people there butts in seats. They want to monitor you. They want to see you every day. They want to make sure you don't have no emergencies. Screw your kids, screw your family, screw your health. They want you there sick, damn near dead, different, right? And if you want a type of people that takes days off and the whole culture of the building, they don't take days, be prepared to lose the job. Mm-hmm.
You can never trust your co-workers, and this is why.
Learn from my mistakes. Do not trust coworkers at all. I don't care how sweet they are, how cool they are, nothing. Don't trust them. Because once a coworker understands that your job is not everything, that work isn't your whole identity, suddenly you become a target and they're your enemy. And I don't know why, but they hate that. Especially ones that can't imagine that you're more than what you do, that you have a full life, you're multifaceted. Every single time I had a job where people figured out that this isn't my everything, this is my whole life, I started getting reported, whether it was in healthcare or otherwise. Don't tell coworkers anything to do with your job. Don't trust them either. Some coworkers like invite each other to weddings. They go to, I don't know how that happens. Don't trust them. Not at all.
I absolutely agree with everything she said. You cannot trust your co-workers. And I've also experienced that myself in my last job. When they realised it wasn't my everything and I wasn't obsessed with someone else's company and being a part of the cliques and going to weddings and days out or meetups in the evening, I didn't want to know. I was there to earn money, to enjoy time and pay bills so I could live life with my family. But ultimately, I wanted to escape my job. And even when they found out that I was trying to get into business, my God, was I the odd one out. You're not obsessed with this company. You're not willing to brown nose. You don't want to go for a promotion. You're the odd one out. No, I have more to life. I'm not obsessed with this workplace. And it's like they didn't have anything else going on in their lives. And, you know, I would hear things like, I love my co-workers. Oh my God. What? You love your co-workers? No, you do not. Get real, man or woman. Jesus Christ. I couldn't wait to get out. I am so glad I escaped the 9 to 5 to live a more fulfilled life with purpose. And now that I have time freedom and financial stability with my family, but you can't trust your co-workers. And when shit hits the fan, they're not going to be there to back you up. I can promise you that. And I'm sure she would back me up as well. Never trust your co-workers.
This is for my girlies, my 9 to 5 girlies. Please, nobody's your bestie at workplace. Nobody, I repeat, is your bestie at workplace. Go do the business that is paying you and come back home. Because you might see people smiling with you, people laughing with you, and they're not genuinely happy for you. No workplace, nobody at your workplace should be on your WhatsApp status. Nobody at your workplace should be on your Facebook, on your TikTok, on your Instagram. Yes, this is what brings envy and jealousy. I am telling you this out of experience. I don't know why you're doing the same job, I'm doing the same job, and you're bitter and angry. You're angry because am I taking over your job? Please be very careful out there. Nobody is your bestie at workplace. Go do the job, the business. Go do the job that is paying you and get home and go home. These people are weird. Like, I don't understand. Don't feel like anybody is your bestie at workplace. There's nobody that is your bestie at workplace. Be very, very careful.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that time we all have each other contact, and they were all in my WhatsApp app, and they were all viewing my status because I'm the kind of person that I'm very happy. Like, I'm always happy. I'm always smiling at work. You can never see me frown. Even the days I'm tired, I'm always smiling. So I'm always posting stuff on my WhatsApp status. Like, when they were fighting, one of them also told me that they were all angry with me. They don't know why I keep smiling at work, even on my WhatsApp status. I'm so happy. Why am I so happy? Like, they were just so miserable because I was happy. Yeah.
The worst kind of coworkers are those ones who play nice. Oh, they're sweet to you, right to your face. But behind the scenes, they don't really like you. Oh, and they bash you and they talk about you. Oh, those are the worst kind of coworkers. And a lot of times, those are often your managers, your team leads, your supervisors. You have to be mindful of those coworkers, right? You think everything's sweet, but behind closed doors, they don't like you. Behind closed doors, they're bashing you. Behind closed doors, they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands. When they say coworkers are not your friends, get your money and go home, it is not a drill. It is not a drill. Even if those managers and those supervisors tell you, hey, if you have any questions, please be sure to ask questions. You know, you can come to me. They'll say that, right? And then as soon as you go ask them questions and they help you and you walk off, they're bashing you to the next supervisor or coworker. Oh, they ask too many questions and they just don't know nothing. They just... Also, for example, they'll say, you know, you can come to me about anything. You know, you can come talk to me if something's going on with you. Never do that. Never do that. I made that mistake one time. So I was telling her about an issue I was having with a coworker, right? And this was a manager. I was revealing to her an issue I was having with a coworker, thinking that I can confide in her. This is a manager, right? It's going to stay in the office, even though that's what she said to me. You know, it's going to stay in the office. Why? She went back and told the coworker what I said about her. Everything. Let me tell you something. I don't care what position they have. Don't trust them. The worst kind of manager, coworker, and person in general is the ones that smile in your face, but they really don't like you. That's a snake. That is a snake. Don't trust them. Get your money and go home. Get your money and go home.
Do not ever, under any circumstances, share your darkest days or your traumas with people that you work with. I do not care how cool they are. I don't care if y'all got each other's numbers outside of the job and y'all texting each other. I don't care if y'all eat lunch together every single day and been doing it for 5 years. I don't give a damn. People at work are always collecting information about you, and they're collecting that information so that they can use that shit against you. I feel like the true measure of if that person is really your friend and not just your colleague who really likes you is what happens when either one of you leave the job. Because that's the thing, I have been friends, quote unquote, with many people that I have worked with, but as soon as one of us lost the job, slowly but surely the relationship that we once had dwindled, or I hear somebody repeating information that I've only ever told them about. So that lets me know what they were up to. Remember, that's your coworker, not your friend.
Tell me this. Why do y'all go to work and try to make y'all coworkers y'all friends? Inviting them out to eat, going to clubs together, going out together, going drinking together. Why? Why do y'all think that the coworkers are really gonna be y'all friends? Come on now. Come on now, you gotta be smarter than that. These days, everybody's telling on each other these days. Just got a phone call from my niece, and she told me that her and her coworker been going out for weeks now. They went to the concerts, Kodak Black concert together, NBA YoungBoy concert together, and you know they did a little, they put a little something, you know. And why did she come back to work and get drug tested? Why? Y'all cannot be letting y'all coworkers know what y'all do after hours. It's a lot of people that do that after hours, but they ain't letting their coworkers know. Come on, you got to be smarter than that.
Have you ever wondered why some coworkers are friendly one day and cold the next? One day you're out there joking around with them, right? They're asking you how your weekend was. Everything just seems normal. Then the next day, they barely speak to you. Their attitude completely changes. They really do seem irritated with you. And then you're left wondering, did I do something wrong? But here's what I wish someone would have told me sooner. Not every change in someone's behavior has anything to do with you. Some people just bring stress to work. Some people let their emotions control how they treat others. And then some people are simply just not consistent. The mistake a lot of us make is believing it is our job to figure out what's wrong. So we overthink and we replay the conversations. We start apologizing for shit that we didn't even do. Have you ever spent way too much time trying to figure out why someone's attitude changed towards you? Comment yes if you've been there. But here's what I learned. If someone has a problem with you, let them tell you. Don't spend hours trying to read between the lines. Don't carry the weight of emotions that doesn't belong to you. You could be kind and you could be professional. But you don't have to chase people for clarity that had no intention of giving it to you in the first place. Protect your peace, because the more time you spend trying to figure out and solve someone else's behaviors, the less time you spend taking care of yourself. Follow me if you're navigating through workplace toxicity, adult bullying, and learning how to stop overthinking someone else's behaviors.
Listen, the people you work with, they're not your friends, okay? You can be friendly with the people you work with, but don't think that they're your friends, because they're not. Out of all of my years of working, I have had one friendship survive. Most of them don't go well. If I ever walk back into an office setting again, or any kind of setting where I'm working with other human beings, the one thing I will do is keep my mouth shut about myself. I will honestly probably park around the block or across the street so people don't even know what kind of car I drive. I don't want them knowing anything about me. I won't share anything about me. What I do on the weekend, I slept and I ate and I came back to work. That is what I did. I work with babies now. One baby at a time. It is the best gig on the planet. I don't walk into my office and have a stack of work. I don't leave and feel stressed out. I don't have much of a commute. It's in my neighborhood and I love it. And when the baby's screaming too much, they go to bed. It's amazing. So if you can take one bit of advice from a 46-year-old woman who has spent at least 20 years working in an office setting, keep everything on the DL and just do your work. Be friendly and do your work, but keep your mouth shut about everything else about yourself.
So guys, you guys have heard it all. Do not be friends with your co-workers, although there are some nice ones as well. There are some friendship that started in the work premises and most of them are besties, and the friendship has brought something good in their life. I'm not going to sit here and say all co-workers are bad. Not all co-workers. Some of them are not nice. For me, that situation back then really changed my thinking. I do not make friends anymore. I can just wave, hey, hello. Even when we are having a co-workers, party, I don't attend. I just like to stay in my own lane. Even when my manager was asking me why am I not always attending our event, I just look for an excuse because I just don't want to be in that circle, especially when you are in a country where you are brown skin, you are not your country. You tend to mind your own space, just do your stuff. I go there to work and I come back home happy with my family, and that is all. I don't need to make friends at work. My family is all I need. I don't need friends at work, because when you have friends at work, a lot of horrible things happen. It's like you guys are in a competition. Why are you doing a competition with somebody that you guys are working together in the same space? You are not fighting to be the manager. Why are you jealous? Sometimes when you are at work, you are just smiling. They don't like it, especially in this part of the world where I am. When you are full of life and you are working, you are always smiling. They don't like it because most of them are always coming with a face like, very sad. A workplace is like, how do I say it? There are a lot of evil things around there. So just mind your business, get your hours done, and leave and go home. Do not tell your colleague your secret. Do not let them even see your phone number to be viewing your status. Keep them as far as possible. Keep them far away. That is what it needs to be. Do not be close to them. Do not tell them your secrets. Do not invite them to your house. Just stay away, because most of them love to ask you questions, trying to pick at their, it's like they are investigating you. Stop saying too much, because I said too much and I was really hot. If in fact, because of that situation, I had to change shift, I have to move to night shift, or because I was really not comfortable with it anymore. So I was working on night shift for like a year before I finally stopped working in that company. So yeah, guys, that is all I have to say for this video. Don't forget to like and don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section to tell us your own experience about evil and snitchy co-workers. We'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. As usual, stay blessed. I love you. Bye, y'all.